Hey guys, this time I'm going to talk about the four beauties of ancient China. The first one I'm going to talk about is Xi Shi. Xi Shi was born in Zuluo village in Yue State during the spring and autumn period. Her given name is Yi Guan. Zuluo village was divided into east and west villages. As Yi Guan lived in west village, she is known as Xi Shi. Her father sold firewood and her mother washed silk for a living. Xi Shi would also wash silk by the river. She was said to be so captivating and beautiful that fish would forget to swim and sink below the surface upon seeing her reflection in the water. At the time, Yue State was a vassal state of Wu, and King of Yue, Goujian, wanted to restore his country. Wen Zhong, the advisor of Goujian, gave him 9 strategies to overthrow Wu state. One of the strategies is beauty trap, which is to make the king of Wu infatuated with the beauties and become distracted from his official duties. The minister Fang Li was tasked to look for beautiful women in Yue State, and Fang Li found 2 beauties in Zhuluo village, Zheng Dan and Xi Shi. Fang Li fell in love with Xi Shi and confessed his feelings. Xi Shi also fell for him. However, their romance was cut short due to the arrival of Wen Zhong. Wen Zhong took the 2 beauties away to present them to the king of Wu, Fu Cai. They were trained for 3 years, and Xi Shi was transformed from a rural girl to an elegant lady who is good at drawing, dancing, calligraphy, and chess. Xi Shi and Zheng Dan were presented to Fu Cai in 490 BC. The plan was successful, with King Fu Cai spending all his time entertaining Xi Shi and not attending to military affairs. Influenced by Xi Shi, King Fu Cai got rid of his advisor and general Wu Zixu. He also constructed the Guanghua Palace of Beautiful Women, within an imperial park situated on the slopes of Lingyang Hill, 15 kilometers west of Suzhou. Due to his actions, the power and influence of Wu state began to wane. In the year 473 BC, King Goujian launched a decisive battle against Wu, resulting in the complete defeat of the Wu army. King Fu Cai, overwhelmed with this loss and remorse for disregarding the advice of Wu Zixu, took his own life. There are different accounts on what happened to Xi Shi after the fall of Wu. The first is that Xi Shi felt relieved that she accomplished her mission. She also felt sorry for King Fu Cai, so she hanged herself in Guanghua Palace. The second is that Goujian killed her by drowning her because he was afraid that he too would mesmerized by her beauty. Some people said that she went to Taihu Lake with Fan Li and they lived together in seclusion. According to a legend, Goujian wanted to bring Xi Shi to his harem, but the queen viewed Xi Shi as a woman who destroyed the kingdom, so the queen ordered her attendants to wrap Xi Shi in a cowhide sack and sink her to the bottom of the river. Wang Jiaojun. According to the legend, during the Western Han Dynasty, there was a farmer called Wang Zhong in Baoping village, Zigui County, modern-day Hubei. The farmer and his wife did not have a child, so they went to a nearby Qiyuan temple and prayed for a child who would be loyal to the country and love the people like Qiyuan. Soon after, his wife dreamed of a bright moon falling into her arms, and then in 550 BC, she gave birth to a daughter who was more beautiful than a fairy. She was called Wang Qiang, commonly known by her courtesy name, Wang Jiaojun. Wang Jiaojun was born when her parents were old, so she was treated as a part in the palm. In 36 BC, Emperor Yuan of Han Dynasty wanted to select the most beautiful women in the land as his consorts, and Wang Jiaojun was chosen. After arriving in the capital, Chang'an, like the other selected girls, Wang Jiaojun had her portrait painted by the court artist Mao Yuanshou. Some women, eager to win the favors of the emperor, bribed Mao heavily to have their beauty exaggerated in their portraits. However, Wang Jiaojun refused to do so and didn't offer bribes. Out of spite, Mao deliberately added a blemish under her eye in the painting. As a result, Wang Jiaojun failed to catch the emperor's attention and remained as a palace attendant within the palace. In 33 BC, Hu Hangye Changyu, the leader of the southern Shonu who had pledged allegiance to the Han dynasty, came to the capital to pay tribute and requested a Han princess as a bride. So Emperor Yuan decided to grant him a palace lady in marriage, and that lady was Wang Zhaojun. Before her departure, the emperor summoned Wang Zhaojun, and upon seeing her in person, he was stunned by her exceptional beauty and wondered how he had failed to notice her before. After a brief conversation, he was even more impressed by her intelligence and grace, which surpassed all other women in the imperial harem. However, the emperor was bound by his promise to give her to the Changyu. When Zhaojun left, Emperor Yuan reviewed the portraits of the palace ladies and eventually found hers. Upon closer inspection, he realized the blemish in the painting had concealed her true beauty. The emperor was enraged and ordered Mao Yuanshou to be executed for deceiving the emperor. Zhaojun left her hometown on a bright autumn morning and began a journey northward. Along the way, the horse neighed, making Zhaojun extremely sad and unable to control her emotions. She sat on the saddle. She began to play sorrowful melodies on a pipa. A flock of geese flying southward heard the music and saw the beautiful young lady riding the horse. They immediately forgot to flap their wings and fell to the ground. Wang Zhaojun accompanied Hu Hangye to the Shonu territory where they held a grand wedding. Zhaojun lived with Hu Hangye Changyu for 3 years and gave birth to a son. In 31 BC, Hu Hangye passed away and Wang Zhaojun wrote to the Han court, asking to return home. Emperor Cheng ordered her to follow the customs of the Hu people. According to the custom of Shonu, she had to marry the next Changyu. They lived together for 11 years and had 2 daughters. In 20 BC, the Changyu died, and 2 years later in 18 BC, Wang Zhaojun passed away due to illness. Diao Cheng is the only one among the 4 beauties who did not exist in the actual history. She is just a fictional character in the novel Romance of the Three Kingdoms, set in the waning years of the Eastern Han Dynasty and subsequent Three Kingdoms period. She was said to be so beautiful that the moon would shy away in embarrassment compared to her face. In the novel, Diao Cheng was the adopted daughter of the minister Wang Yun. Diao Cheng was not only beautiful but also an excellent singer and dancer. At the time, a warlord named Dong Zhuo seized control of the capital and the young emperor became a merry figurehead. Dong Zhuo would routinely kill people at large banquets after torturing them. Dong Zhuo was usually protected by his adopted son, Lü Bu. Lü Bu was a warrior with great talent but little integrity. He had betrayed his previous lord and became Dong Zhuo's adopted son due to him being an opportunistic person. One day, when Wang Yun was out for a stroll trying to think of a way to get rid of Dong Zhuo, he saw the beautiful Diao Cheng and an idea struck his mind. That is to use the beauty trap among the 36 stratagems. So Wang Yun begged Diao Cheng to help him in his plan. After deep consideration, Diao Cheng agreed. The next day, Wang Yun threw a banquet and invited Lü Bu. When Lü Bu saw Diao Cheng, he was interested, so Wang Yun agreed to arrange the wedding for the 2 of them. Then Wang Yun threw another banquet and invited Dong Zhuo, and he let Diao Cheng perform in front of Dong Zhuo. After that, Wang Yun introduced Diao Cheng to Dong Zhuo and told him, "If you are interested, I would be honored to have my daughter serve you." Upon hearing that, Dong Zhuo took Diao Cheng back to his residence. Lü Bu heard the story. He was upset and went to see Wang Yun. Wang Yun then used the chance to instigate Lü Bu in joining him to kill Dong Zhuo. When Dong Zhuo showed up at the ceremony for the emperor to abdicate the throne, Lü Bu slayed him. After Dong Zhuo's death, Lü Bu married Diao Cheng and fled from Chang'an. Lü Bu was later defeated by the rival warlord Cao Cao and subsequently executed. There are different accounts on what happened to Diao Cheng after Lü Bu's defeat. Some said that she was killed, some said that she committed suicide. In some legends, it says that she became a nun. But, as I have mentioned at the start, there was no record of a person called Diao Cheng during the Three Kingdoms period. The historical records indicate that the warrior Lu Bu had a secret affair with one of Dong Zhuo's maids, and he constantly feared that Dong Zhuo would find out his affair. This was one of his reasons why he betrayed and assassinated Dong Zhuo in 192 AD. The maid's name was not recorded in history, but it is believed that the story partly inspired the character of Diao Cheng. Yang Yuhuang. Yang Yuhuang, commonly known as Yang Guifei, was born in 719 AD during the Tang Dynasty. Her hometown is Yongle, modern-day Chengdu, Sichuan. Her father, Yang Shuangyan, was a minor official. Often at a young age, she was raised by her uncle in the imperial capital, Chang'an. Yuhuang grew up to be an extraordinarily talented and beautiful woman. In 733 AD, Yang Yuhuang married Prince Li Mao, the son of Emperor Xuanzong. However, Emperor Xuanzong became captivated by her beauty, and he ordered Yang Yuhuang to become a nun. Shortly after, she was summoned to the palace and became the consort of the emperor. She was granted the title Guifei, meaning highest consort, and that was the highest title of the imperial consort during her time. As Yang Guifei's influence grew and Emperor Xuanzong elevated her relatives to high positions, particularly her cousin Yang Guozhong, who became a chancellor. Favoritism created widespread resentment among court officials and the military. Yang Guifei was also known for her leisure lifestyle and love of exotic goods. Historical records describe her fondness for lychees, which can only be found in southern parts of China. The lychees were transported across great distances to the capital to satisfy her cravings. Yang Guifei is also known for her plump figure. Apparently, at the time, plump women were considered to be beautiful. She was plump but not obese. In 755 AD, An Lushan, who had been favored by the Emperor Xuanzong and the Yang family, rebelled. An Lushan's army marched to the capital, so the emperor had to flee from Chang'an to Chengdu. A lot of people criticized Yang Guifei and the Yang family. In 756 AD, when they reached the Maowei courier station on their way to Chengdu, the soldiers mutinied and demanded the execution of Yang Guifei and her cousin Yang Guozhong. Under the pressure, Xuanzong reluctantly ordered Yang Guifei's execution at the Maowei courier station, modern-day Xinping, Shaanxi. Yang Guifei's death marked a turning point in Tang history. Although Emperor Xuanzong later abdicated in favor of his son, the dynasty never fully recovered from it. Bai Juyi, a famous Tang Dynasty poet, immortalized her love affair and tragic end by composing a poem called The Song of Everlasting Regret. There's a Chinese idiom used to describe a really beautiful woman, which is 成语洛阳，闭月羞花. The first two words, 成语, which means fish sinking, refers to 西施. The beauty is so mesmerizing that even the fish in the water would forget how to swim. Two words, 落雁, wild geese falling. The sight is so enchanting that even the wild geese would lose their will to fly and fall from the sky. It refers to Wang Jiaojun. And then 闭月, moon hiding. The beauty is so radiant that the moon would hide itself in embarrassment as if overshadowed by her. It refers to Diao Cheng. The last two words, 羞花, meaning flowers blushing. The flowers would feel shy and lose their charm in comparison to the beauty, which refers to Yang Guifei. Alright, that's it for today. Thanks for listening. See you next time.